Hey there team, and welcome to Longbow. So, this was sent by Valkyrian, so very much appreciated. We've got a Lothlorien. Who have you got in your flank here? Harad, played by Panther, and a Dale. Okay, all pretty damn solid defensive factions, I think. All bringing, definitely Dale and Lothlorien arguably do crisscross a little bit in their strengths, but Dale is always a nice addition to a defensive faction. Well, to a defense, I feel. They've, of course, got good, cost-effective archers, very efficient, and pretty damn good ones too, to mix it up. So I suppose, yeah, they might just be the mass archers to Lothlorien's exceptional archers. We've got Lorinand axemen there up front, some Lorinand warriors. Behind them, some Lorinand spears, swordmasters, some guardians there. March Wardens, no armor upgrade for the March Wardens. Double Kindred, okay, that's where we're getting some money put in. Watchers there. Rangers, double Lorinand archers there, and double, double Woodland Protectors, and another March Warden. Nice spot, yes, somewhat symmetry in the form of March Warden on either flank. Yamming over here, yep, you've taken your space right in the middle, Panther, fair enough. Some Southron Warband, double, over here. Some dismounted Serpent Guard, Berserkers, Demons of the Desert, and more Haradrim Spears. Double Champions in Afra, okay. Then Southron Pikes, Southron Warband, and Dismounted Serpent Guard. Oh yeah, those Dismounted Serpent Guard. Right, interesting. I don't know how I feel about the double champions, in all honesty. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I just feel there's maybe some other things that I would be spending my money on, especially because he's got some Haradrim Spears, but hey, we'll think about it later. And then we've got a Kaiser Sin. I don't know this fellow. He does have a fair blob though, so we'll try and look at his army a bit later. But Dalian Bows, Dalian Paladins, some Dalian Spears. Looks like a nice... There's a lot of Lake Town forces in there, some Lake Town Pikes. Over here, some 2 units of Dalian Cavs, so that's good. Nice, cheap. You could do some quick charges with them. Has he given them an armor upgrade? He has. So, yep, okay, they're going to be pretty sturdy, but, not too big an investment if the enemy is very, very prepared for them. We've got Czech Norris over here, so he's got his Nazgul. Some Minas Morgul's Chosen, Temple Executioners, some Uruk Captains we saw as well, and some Blackguard, with a lot of Orc fodder and Moranon infantry in the middle. Yep, big fan of this. Will be a lot of fun to see that. Some Khandish men under Misty, so he's got his Nurad Footman, Nomadic Axeman. Brother to the Axe, double Nurad Footman there, or triple Nurad Footman. Some Variag Bows, Brotherhood of the Bow, Variag Bows again, Brother to the Spear, Brother to the Lance, now too. And yeah, okay, so a fair bit of cav, but no melee cav there, so that could be interesting. Some Nomadic Axemen, Variag Warriors, Storm Guard, Sword, Brother to the Sword, and double Nomadic Warriors. Okay, cool. Then, Lord Touchme playing as Misty Mountains. So he's got his Heavy Gobble Spears, Archers, some more Spears, nice. Cave Trolls, Cave Troll Drummers, Drake Broodlings, more Cave Trolls. Some Heavy Goblin Archers, okay, nice. Heavy Goblin Crossbows, Infantry, and of course, gonna be a lot of stuff hidden there. Next, we have Rhudaur by TC1351. Again, unsure of this fellow. Some Rhudaur Clansmen there, more Rhudaur Clansmen, some Harenadine Pikes at the back, Rhudaur Swords, lots of Rhudaur Swords there, Dunman Hunters, Emerald Troll Hunters, Enslavers, and Harenadine Berserkers, general in with the Enslavers today. Then lastly, Umbar, played by Awesome Boss Death. So we've got his Corsair Infantry, some Belagar Archers, a Dunaim Shield Guard, double there, Balkith Axe Guard, lots and lots Balkith Shield Bearers too, and Alcarondas Legion, Royal Guard there, and the Hardringers of Castamere. I do love me some Balkith Shield Bearers, and he's given them an armor upgrade, very nice, and he has done the same with his Axe Guard. I appreciate that very much. Definitely what I do when I'm playing as them, beefs them up a bit, because they're not really a great armor value as standard, so getting them that little extra is really, really useful. And immediate viewpoint here, it's interesting. I like the attacking factions. I like that we sort of do have we have an evil versus, I mean, it could be a good versus evil. These could either be some, you know, yeah, nice misguided men of Harad that have seen the light of Iluvatar and decided to come and fight for the goodies here, which is always appreciated. Yeah, so Panther's choice there. It's good, but I don't know. Are the champions of Nafarat really worth that second grab? You know, Trollmen there. Yeah, I don't know. So there's Southron Warband. I don't know where else you'd spend the money. That's kind of what I'm just looking for. It's like the Haradrim Spears, but he's already got double Southron Warband, so there'd be no point in getting a Southron Warband instead of a Southron Spear. I don't know. Oh, sorry, Southron Warband instead of a Haradrim Spear. So it's, I don't know. Maybe it is fair. And yeah, Shire Stalkers there. We could have 3 units of Rangers for the defense without anybody going into the red limit. I don't know if Dale has decided to bring one today. It's a lot of quite experienced players on the field today. A lot of well-known names. That's good. So it's only really a Kaiser Sin and over here TC. They're the only people that aren't ringing a bell for me. But both of them seem to be competent, at least in their deployment and their movement today. So I think we should be in for a good scrap here. Looks like Panthers mainly. It looks like he's going to be defending the back way in and then probably just supporting all the other sides. Looks like Lothlorien is placing himself. Yeah, he's going to be defending this passageway in. And oh dear. So is that leaving Dale backed up by everybody else then to hold this more difficult section, I would say. We're getting right into it with some fire. What have we got with the volume? Yeah, okay, volume's the same. It just feels quite quiet. Drake Broodling's absorbing that Rager. Wow! Wait a second. Sorry. Why have they died so fast? Is that all just from the Hishari Stalkers? Really? Hishari Shadows. That really surprises me. That they've taken that much damage so quickly. Wow. And they're taking more damage. Is there fire coming from somewhere that I'm not seeing? Or is that still just the shadows? Goodness me. I mean, Drake Broodlings, they're multiple hit point. I wouldn't have expected them to go down so quickly. But yeah, good stuff from Panther. Very early power play. And I totally forgot about the shadows as well. So that's a mounted body piercing unit as well for the defenders. Bold to not have any sort of grace, and I quite like that. You know, it does put the defenders in a bit of a nervous spot when they do have to run up to these positions. Shadows sprinting on forward there, getting really, really close. Giving a volley through. Ugh, right into these lines, but that's at least going into their front. Let me just, because I've gotten a habit of forgetting to take pictures in the last few battles. So let me just grab one just to make sure that I don't forget again. You know, we could be spreading our boys out here, Lord Touch Me, or, you know, leading with the heavy goblin archers or something like that, but it's not too much of a pain. This is the reason that I like to play Misty. You can lose your troops in droves, and you've just got so many of them that it's not too much of a worry. And with another orcish faction on the field today, played by Mordor, and Rhudaur is of course able to stack on the numbers as well, we should have quite a massive assault force today. Czech Norse and Misty look like they're folding around the backs. Yeah, okay, I was just wondering what that was about. I thought the cavalry might be interfering with that, but no, they just seem to be waiting over here. Not a bad idea. Just stay away from the attackers' cavalry. No reason to go toe-to-toe with all that. Even though none of it is, as I say, melee cavalry, you don't want to risk it. No point. No point at all. It's Candish cavalry, so it's not fun to fight. Raining poison arrow fire. Of course, this is a bit menacing to their morale, but it's just being fired on to do damage, I believe, from Valkyrian. They're not really going to be chasing away these guys right now. Right into the axe throwers is a nice little target, because of course you want to use those guys in melee after. They've actually got a decent melee stats. So, not very well defended, but but they'll hurt you in melee, just as they will with that throwing axe. So dropping them like this is very, very nice, and perhaps it is a little bit too bold of TC to be sending them up so early, so close so early. You would have maybe wanted to keep them back and hidden a little bit longer. Lead the way with things like your Dunman Hunters, who they're taken to be shot at. Brother the Bow from Misty getting a little bit close. They would have actually been quite nice to counter the shadows of his foe. But, oh, there are Serpent's Fangs. Okay, that was one thing. That's why I was kind of confused, because I didn't see the Serpent's Fangs. So, right, okay, maybe the champions in Afrat are making a little bit more sense to me now. I did think, why would you get 2 without getting a, I would have preferred to get 1 Serpent's Fang that wasn't in the red limit rather than, another champions in Afrat. So the shadows are lurking around here now. If I was Beastie, I would bring those Brother of the Bow back around, and I would be trying to hunt down these shadows, but they've slipped on around, and maybe they've not been spotted. It is very possible, and this would be a juicy hit there. And I think he's gonna get it. I think Czech Norris is spotted. He's running his javelins on over, but I don't think Beastie's spotted this. Beastie, no! That's gonna be really messy. Yep, that was a nice slice right through the lines back here. A nice right through again. Those nomadic warriors not enjoying that one bit. Yeah, again, you just heard all of that noises. We're not... oh, God. We're probably not going to see too many of these guys dropping right now, but that's all of them getting hit there. Brother the Lance chasing them on away. That's pretty good. But, yeah, we need to be... I know these guys aren't melee cav Beastie, but we're going to be just watching out for those entrances. Anytime they pop up, we are rinsing them. And it's a shame we lost a lot of Brother to the Bow there. They're still alive. They're still just back here, but only 14 of them, unfortunately. The Alien Spears mixed in with the our Lake Town Pikes there. It's a shame. Well, I don't know, because they're spread out like that. But the thing is, because they're spread out, the shields aren't getting in front of the pikes. I don't know what's the better option there. Preferably, I would have just kept the pikes in the back right now and just had the spears up front, and then moved the pikes in when combat is occurring. Just to keep the pikes out of the way. Oops, sorry about that little loss of frames for a moment. But yeah, I've got shadows on this battle, which shadows do make things look really pretty, but it does cause that little bit of extra strain to the system, and can drain the frames a little bit. Rhudaur's swords struggling on there alongside the Belagar footmen. Nice little tag team though. You get the extra little bit of damage from the sort of fanatic Rhudaur swordsman, and backed up by that more ordered Belagar prod. As I said, the Belagar, one of my favourites. I still do view them as like a militia tier unit, but they're expensive and they're worth the money. I always take a lot of them. And I actually do tend to armour them up as well. Oh goodness me, poison arrow fire. Is that going into the Corsair inventory? Hey, not bad. That's the target I would want to take the fire though. Especially, I think they've received an armour upgrade here. They do look a bit beefy. So with that shield, they're good for this. It's a shame to lose them. It's a shame to lose them, but I'd rather they do this than anything else really right now. And get those poison arrows used up early while your men still have the morale to shrug off the debuff. Stalkers running over here. This does look like it's climbable in places, but it is not. Yeah, the stalkers are running on over here. Oh, Beastie. I think we're a little bit close. Unfortunately. What are we going for? Oh, around. No. Alright, yep. I think this is going to be a slice. And that's in the right side. So these Norad footmen have that really good little shield value. He's spotted it nice and early, though. So he's got the men spread out. He's trying to run around there, but ouch. They have taken a lot of damage from body-piercing fire. But still, this is 2 armies coming in here and just crushing in through that back entrance. So even with all those losses, they're still really going to hammer that. And they've done the same thing as I've seen before. 2 armies coming in this way, 2 armies coming in the northern route, and 1 army coming in this area. Now, I would always, if it was down to me, I would have 2 armies coming in this way, because this I feel is you've got that entrance, you've also got this entrance. Also, this is a nice wider, flatter area. this is where I'd make my main attack. I would definitely have the southern, well, the northern way, sorry. I meant to say the back way. But I would have this be just the teasing way. It's like, I'm not actually trying to come in here, I'm just making you think it, I'm just making you look at me. I would have this as my, like, probably come in, but we've got 2 players over here, just like, going at it. But this is definitely where I'd have the main flood. Like, when we really attack, this is where we come from. So, oh, heavy goblin archers there in melee, so they've used up their ammo. Just trying to tire out the men in front of them, especially with their nice armor. They'll die slowly, those heavy goblin archers, but they're not going to get many kills. But this is something you can kind of do when you're fighting humans or orcs. You can't really do this when you're fighting up against elves, of course, but actively just trying to tire out the enemy with an attack. You're not hoping to kill them right now, but you want to exhaust them, so it's fair enough for just units like that. Those Corsair infantry are out of ammo now. They are very much hybrid units, so they'll do all right in this fight, but up against, oh, out of ammunition March Wardens, nice to see. Are these guys out? They've taken out their melee weapons, but that doesn't mean they were out of ammo. They might have just been moved into a better position and have poked somebody. March Warden's actually chasing down a few more of those Rhudaur swordsmen. They shouldn't come back. Pretty sure they're going to be off the field. Corsair infantry, though, fighting it out. Yeah, okay, Woodland Protectors, they might be done. But now the Lothlorien archers are in position. The March Wardens are done. Now the real big boys are coming into play. Are we pushing up? Okay, yep. This is the thing as well, because it is a long walk around there, especially if you do give Longbottom a nice wide berth for safety, for rangers and the like. It takes time. And the other 2 choke points had been being pressured for all that time, so Czech Norris and BC are going to have to be pretty aggressive here, and we're seeing Orc archers coming on forward, which is good. I like that a lot, just as long as your boys know, especially, no, there are some spears in front, but those Southron warband are not that great at taking a pounding. You know, they are still really quite lightly armoured, and I don't actually know their shield value. It's quite a small looking shield, so it might not be much of a shield value, but it could be deceiving, could be mistaken. Oh, we're getting quite aggressive with this defense, Dale, and that's going to cost him. He is getting backstabbed. I think he might be a bit of a newer player there. That's totally, totally fine and dandy. But Panther, good protective Panther, helping out his newbie teammate there, and actually providing the pain to Lord Touch Me, almost breaking this force. See it? That's awesome. It's like sometimes these little, I'm not going to say it's a big mistake here, but these little misplays, you can still hurt the enemy from it. And he's taking some fire to his shadows there, but that was a damn good catch, and it hurt these guys tremendously. Catapult's actually opening up. What are we going for here, Dale? Okay, still rolling this on back. We'll see. Oh, turning. Alright, okay, no, I think he's switching his target to this army, which, to be honest, it's all pretty clumped up together. It's all spread, but the units are all right. So if you did shoot at something, you will kill someone. And to be honest, if you try and aim for the Nazgul, I'd be tempted. I'd be really tempted. Just because one good hit, you're killing like 3 Nazgul. Golden. That's like 400 florins, worth of units there you've just wiped out. Watch the Golden Wood, nice and early to see them showing up. Are we going for Ooh, we're going for the Shield Guard, but a few Dunman Hunters actually took that fire. Taking this fire to the front of the Adunheim Shield Guard, I'd be upset about it, but at the same time, oh goodness me, Axe Thrower's taking that still. TC's trying to keep them safe, but they're just on him. Casimir's, Harbingers of Casimir taking fire too from the Lothlorien archers. It's that massive, especially Lothlorien archer range, that's just frightening, and it really does make you have to take an attack differently. Normally you'd be able to like place your army really quite close, like just out of archer range, so that all of your reserves are right where you need them. But up against Lothlorien or Mirkwood or some of these exceptional human archers, it's something you can't really do as well. Trolls coming forward, this is nice to see. But unlike a lot of their kin, these cave trolls are not nicely armoured. So even, you know, mid-tier units of spears can do a decent whack of damage to them. These guys are broken now, but they will have taken some pain. And these pikes are now in position, but they don't have a little shield in front of them. So I think that they are going to be getting rinsed too, and those pikes are not going to fare too well up against this cave troll slam either. So it's a bit messy, but as I say, that's the nice place to attack Longbottom from. And I would have definitely wanted to see another player there. I would probably only have one person come around here, as I say, but we'll talk about that more at the end of this battle, we'll see. Oh, that's a nice cheeky spot there from Panther, and he's even getting some jabs on in there. Yeah, so this is held perfectly there, so you can just rattle shots into their backs. Poison arrow fire, high damage poison arrow fire from this bodyguard tier archer. I think it was bodyguard and tier that were switching places in my head, and that was why. Shire stalkers there. Oh, you naughty gals, you've got your bows out still, so that's going to be unpleasant. And even then, if they're not shooting these guys in the back, they're shooting at them from the right side. So if they do have a shield, I don't care about it. Poor nomadic warriors from Misty, this is bloody. Yeah, unfortunately, I would have maybe wanted the orcs to lead the way, but I think the orcs have. I think the orcs have been slamming themselves on in there alongside their eastern friends. So yep, shield bearers there. They're going toe to toe now too, but they are 8 mass. So I'm wondering, is he using them to push? It looks like he is. He definitely is. You can see how easily they just throw these elves aside and just barrel their way in. Higher mass than the Blackguard of Rhudaur. They really are beautiful for this. Even, you know, with lower numbers there, which is what they had when they arrived. Unfortunately though, alone, this is the problem. When you do push in, you start suffering this morale damage from your flanks and behind even. You've got to be a good morale unit to hold it, and they had already taken so much damage that was them as goners. So that was a bit of a shame. I wonder why. I don't know what timed that. I'm wondering what made them want to go for that there. But yep. Dale once again sort of lurching out, going to go toe to toe with Lord Touch Me there. That's a little bit scary, as I say, but he's got the shadows right on his flank. They've not got their bows out or anything, but they're right there, ready to go. Beasties there, hunting down the shadows. Fantastic. Nice to see that for sure. Where did the Dalian Cav go, I wonder? I'm not actually sure. I've not spotted them for a while. They could be hidden in some trees off somewhere, but I couldn't say. But if I've forgotten about them, it's possible that some of the attackers have too. So we'll see. These Dalian bows are out of ammo, but are they armored? They are even armored up. Okay, so yeah, nope. We could. They will do some good work on the front line, especially up against the lower tier gobbles that they'll likely be facing. This is a really nice thing that I like about Dale, especially Dale on the defense. Oh, that last shadow. He's done good. He's done very good. Dale on the defense, you know, once all of their archers use up their ammo, they're in there. They're mainline units, and they're damn good for it too. Yeah, brother, the bow's still standing. It looks like they're putting out their. It says they're firing missiles, but I think they're done. I'm pretty sure that. Whoa, what the smokes? These are mortar strikes. This is like the you know, the dwarven cabal from Divide and Conquer. What the heck is going on here? That's funny. I guess it's because they're on that slant, but it's such an, like, those are mortar shots. Right on down, jeez, oh. And it's actually hitting quite nicely there. That's funny. I really like that. If you could get an up and over shot like that, right down here into this main line, that could be beautiful. But Beast Hunters may be getting away from themselves, but it's just the out of ammunition jabs, so it's not something Panther's going to be too worried about. They've just managed to extend the line forward a little bit so that we can get things worked out. But there's no shields in front of any of these pikes now, so that's going to... Oh, sorry. Nope, that's a lie. There are still some Southron warband there. Beast Hunters positioned on this hill, but as I say, you'd prefer to be over there, just so that you're not hitting any shields. Oh yeah, we should probably zoom in. We've got the snow trolls, the Heidi boy snow trolls, popping back up. Brother, they're both falling back. Looks like they tried to have a cheeky charge there, but no, it's a crowded atmosphere. And the pathfinding isn't absolutely... It's probably not as clear-cut as it sort of looks around this area. So they might have just gotten in a little bit of a state and had to fall back. We're still pushing this area, which is nice. It's good that the guys have been able to keep up that constant pressure up against Lothlorien, who can do you so much damage with all of their archers. It's nice that they've been able to achieve that. But Alcarondas Legion and Rhudaur Swordsman, of course, just having a good base morale, and the Alcarondas Legion being locked morale, you know, following their ancestors who charged upon Valinor. They are, you know, unbreakable. You know, hey, if your ancestors weren't scared of gods, you know, what right do you have to be afraid of anything? Nurad footmen there, yeah, I mean, to be honest, everything they're up against there is very lightly armoured, so they're, oh goodness me, what is that little weapon called again? Well, I guess it's just a little war pick, you could say. It's just sort of, but there will be a sort of a name for it in, like, an Eastern cultures, but, oh, no, okay, demons are popping up there. Orc Javis, go, fantastic, yeah, Beastie's seeing them, Beastie sees them coming, he's trying to get away, but Kaiser's trapping them on it. Oh no, Orc Archers, fire, oh no, they're out. Orc Javis, do something, get those, oh, I think they're going to be saved by Dale here, who's sort of moving into position over the top of them. That's going to interfere with their arc. Yeah, saving the day. Well, I don't know if he was going to use the shot there. I definitely would have. I would have been very... I think he still is. Oh, come on, check. Oh, he's done. He's done. Oh, no. I don't think we've got anything to shoot them. More non-archers? No, they're done too. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, goodness me. I think they all died so quickly that it sort of bugged for a second. We didn't even see, like, a death animation for those guys. But yeah, that's them bolting. Do not blame them for that. But yeah, Beastie is trying to force his way through. Check Norse is trying to force his way through, as you sort of need to in this circumstance. And this isn't even like a thick blob. The guys have attacked this properly. They've just not been able to sort of save up the ammunition required to rinse a unit like those demons in the desert when they arrived. Over here, yep, Dale doing really not too bad. What fire is this that's coming in here? Heavy Goblin crossbows, that's a shame, but at least it's coming into their faces. So their shield values are in play, and they're still a heavily armoured unit. Like, armour piercing is going to remove half of your armour, which Heavy Goblin spears, their armour piercing as well. An amazing unit, really nice. Those Heavy Goblin spears tend to get underestimated by a lot of newer players who they see the Heavy Goblin infantry and they think, oh yeah, okay, they're just trash. They're just the spear version of trash. But no, they're something else entirely, those Heavy Goblin spears. Most certainly. Watch the Golden Wood there, tearing through some guys in melee. I'm sure the boys would love to send forward an elite unit, but there's just so much nastiness ready to go. Let's just grab some shots of this, just so that we've got it, in case we want to use that. People do like to... Oh, that's kind of spooky. Maybe I can make something work with this, just looking through the trees. Oh, very cool. That's nice. That's aesthetic, isn't it? Beautiful. Belagar Archers, they're running off. That's a shame. One of my favourite units, I've got to say. I mean, so much the Umbar roster is one of my favourite units. But yeah, definitely Belagar units are really cool. Are these the same boys or are those different boys? Might be the same boys. I think we pulled them out. They did some good work there. And then, but taking 2 demons, expensive, but hey. What are we going for here? Gobble spears. Ooh. I don't know about that. What are we going for again, Panther? Nah, I think he saw that one wasn't really too effective. And maybe there was something here and he did just eradicate it. Concentrating the Goblin King Bodyguard and the Blackbat Mountain Berserkers is not going to be an easy thing to counter, especially, you know, I mean, the Dalian Royal Guard are going to try their very best. Up against the Goblin King Bodyguard, yeah, sure. But up against the Blackbat Mountain Berserkers alongside him, oh dear. But it's good that he is using an elite unit to counter the enemy's elites. You know, not just letting the enemy's elites mop the floor with your mid-tier. These Dalian Paladins, though, that would be what that is what I'd be zeroing in on with my crossbows, and I'm pretty sure that is what he's doing. Yeah, just absolutely. No, you coming in for this or not? Can't really see that, but no, I think he's still just going for oh, demons. Okay, fair. That's fair enough. Yeah. But if not, then that's what you want to go for. Wow, Beastie actually got him with some of his cav, but he's kind of trapped in here. So I guess he was just trying to interrupt the serpent's fangs, maybe go for the catapult, but that's a bit of a shame that he did get tied up. What would you maybe want to be mucking about with? I don't really know. There's a lot of spears back here, and Valkyrian's line is still pretty thick, so it's not like you can just bang into the back of it and the line is going to fall apart. These armor upgraded Rhudaur clansmen, perhaps not really got the armor value that it makes them look like. They do look like they're really quite beefy, but they're still very fragile to arrow fire, unless you're shooting them from the front. With that armor upgrade and that massive shield value that's quite common for the men of Rhudaur, they can take a pounding. But if they do manage to get shot in the back, they're goners. What is actually these Lothlorien and archers? The defenders are definitely either letting things get away from them, or trying to push through on occasion. And yeah, these poor Lothlorien and archers are going to be getting rinsed quite nicely. And hey, it's the little victories as an attacker that you've got to be, those little efficient takedowns. Those are what you strive for, what you live for. They over here, slicing down some berserkers and Trollman and Harad. That's a doubt. They're losing. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're still feeling defeat is certain in some places. What are they fighting? Just nomadic axemen. But I think we have and of course all of their friends. We've got a bit of a push here. Another amazing pushing unit, of course, the Blackguard of Barad-dûr. Arguably, I don't know. Like, I think the Bellicus Shield Bearers are my favourite pushing unit in the game. But, because the Blackguard of Barad-dûr only have 6 mass, not quite the 8 of the Bellicus Shield Bearers, or the 10 of the Blackwatch Legion, of course. But, they can still do what needs to be done there. Oh, jeepers sake, right, nice hit, and he's getting out of there. But I think the Goblin General is going to be not far from it either. So he is pulling on in for another hit. Yeah, oh, those champions of Nafrat, beautiful stuff there. Yeah, get out of that and see if you can get in for it again. There, Beastie. I think he's probably just going to be microing those guys back and forth as much as he can. But the Barding Herd, yeah, you don't really want to risk a charge, not when there's other things about to charge. Ow. I'm sure Panther is in a bit of a pain there, but Harad is probably one of the... Harad and Khand, I'd say, are probably the two lower morale. I mean, Mordor's not got the troll drummers. So yeah, hard to say. But Harad is losing that general is going to hurt them a little bit, and I'm surprised that we didn't get any because we were having a bit of trouble over here. But the trollmen are locked morale, so it doesn't matter if they're losing a combat. They'll lose that combat until every one of them is dead. Blackguard of Barad-dûr here about to make another push. Yep, shunting up through their allies. Oh, come on, give the proper push now. Oh, it looks like he's wanting to come up and over here, right into the demons. Very, very nice. Bang, though. Oh, saved. Demons have been saved by that catapult shot. Not that they would have died from those Blackguard of Barad-dûr, but those Blackguard of Barad-dûr would have, like, held them in place for a minute. And, well, like, hopefully allowed something else to get up and through. With our clansmen there, yeah, taking more of a pounding. But again, it is to their front. Oh, I think it's the Rhudaur Axeman he's wanting to go for, though. That's a shame. They are suffering. Hereditary Pikes, good thing to see on the field.
Good tidings. Only
Right.
half the enemy force
How
remains.
are the goblins doing with that dead general? I think the goblins are about done. Yep, the Dalian Paladins are coming back on inside now after pushing out so deep. I don't think there's any cav left from Beastie to go and bully them. And that's it. There's no more gobbles on this side. So it means they can really leave behind like a ghost defense here, just something to watch out for in case there is like a hidden unit flying on in. But everything else can move on over after the last few berserkers are dead anyway. And then, yeah, that'll be them. They can now just hold these 2 points. BC is still coming on forward alongside... Oh, wow, some Lornan warriors there? Oh, right, oh, sorry, yeah. Got a bit confused seeing those Southron pikes next to those elves. But yeah, it did look kind of like they pushed in again. The defenders are pushing out a little bit. That was a... Oh, yeah. Fair bit of friendly fire there, but it was mostly to his own men, so that's okay. When you see a player friendly fire their allies' troops, that's when you want to cry. But when you see a player friendly fire their own guys, okay, sure. Like, oh my goodness me. I've luckily never done it, but I don't take artillery. And I think I don't take artillery mainly because I'm so worried about the day that I'm going to just barrel a fireball right through my allies' lines and just shred them all. Oh, what caused that? Some demons? Shire Stalkers still have ammo. Damn, yeah, but there are demons up there. We are returning fire with Orc Javelins, though. And, yeah, hey, man, look, they're good. They will do what you need to do, and they'll actually cause they'll help in causing this rout from the Southron pikes. Dalian spears broke in there, too. Perhaps getting a little bit too deep in there, a little bit too cocky. They might come back from routing, though, but those Brothers of the Spear are wanting to stop that. They have been stopped in place by the Demons of the Desert, though. And, yeah, they'll chase down a few more of those spearmen, and I don't think they're going to come back, not with those numbers. Olokai, deep in there. Southern Warband, though, armor-piercing little spears are a nice way to deal with something like the Olokai. Good cost-effective way to tear them down. And the Blackshot Dragon Slayers and melee, too. Yeah, those Olokai are just in a nasty spot. A lot of powerful units that can definitely hurt them. That was a defeat, maybe from, I would probably suspect Lord Touch Me, because his army is gone at this point. Awesome Boss Death. Awesome Boss Death? Yeah, I usually just say awesome. He is coming forward again. It looks like he backed away for a second, just to probably organise a little bit. If those shield bearers look like, yep, they just got into shield wall, they're going to barrel their way on in. If everything can flood on forward, then that's golden. But we've got the armor, well, the body piercing fire, the rangers getting into these guys, and as I say, those axe guard, even with that armor upgrade, their armor is not that high. A few troll hunters trying to use up their ammo. Oh, that was a fireball. Oh, that's such a shame. Oh, that's such a shame. Dale. Oh dear. What was he going for, I wonder? Because they were shooting like here. Oh man, was it worth it? Dearie me. Sorry, Valkyrian. Well, the men have decided that they're safer on the front lines than they are nearby that catapult. I think he was just firing back here, just into... Oh, Hurin, yeah, perfect. Multiple hit point units, and he has paid for it, I'd say. But losing a general is an important thing. But maybe not so much with the high morale of the Lothlorien elves. They're really quite substantial. So losing a general for them is not the same level of fear that you get when when you get some evil men or orcish factions losing their general. Lornan Swordmasters coming on forward there to start tearing apart those Orc Javies. Lornan Swordmaster. That's another army wiped out there. I think that might be Misty. I'm not seeing any more of the Eastern men on the field. Oh, wow. I love Serpent's Fangs. I really, really do. Harad aesthetically are like, yeah, I think we did some wonderful things happened with Harad in the recent version. There's still a Black Bamboo Berserker. How? I guess in his position, he's just pressed right up against that little picket fence. They can only fight him one at a time. Nobody's got permission from the owner of this house to actually like enter their garden and like poke across the wall. They're just like, nope, you're not allowed in. Sorry, and they're a bit too scared to like break the rules. Fair enough. Hey, dude. angry hobbits, definitely don't want to mess with them. But these Alcronas Legion, they'll do, as I say, they'll fight to the very end. They'll do their very best, but up against the Kindred, bit too much. That is, I was seeing it happen next to the captain of the Uruk captains. So I suspect that was Chuck Norris that went down there. He's probably in with the Uruk captains. That's where I tend to put my general. A lot of people like to put them in with the Nazgul and so on. And yeah, it's nice. He looks good in with the Nazgul, of course. But oh no, is that a break? That's a shame. 25 Uruk captains. That's upsetting. I mean, there's a lot of fear-causing units here, and there's a lot of units here. But it's quite... Oh, that's an absolutely shameful thing. The Orc javelins fighting to the death while the Uruk captains flee. My goodness me. Some executions by the time we get home, I suppose. But the Uruk captains will be the ones carrying out the executions. So hey, you know, if they can maybe redefine bravery. There we got a Kaiser Sin himself walking forward, inspecting the burned body of his ally. Oh dear, these close range catapult shots. They're giving me the fear. They're giving me the fear, Dale. You can come around here. You can move up to like there. There's nothing really threatening you too much from doing that. But at this point in the battle, I'd probably say I'm gonna hold fire. Just gonna hold fire with my catapult because you're probably gonna do more damage to your own boys. Goodness, just stop it! You're blowing up the this is the Singe. This is an ally. Oh. You burned up some more kindred. Stop it, Dale, please. Just relax. I don't know. Oh god. Yeah, Valkyrian is probably gonna be a little bit upset. I would be a little bit upset right now. But yeah, okay, so we're pushing out just to deal with the last of the orcs, so that we can just, you know, once again leave a ghost defense or leave no defense at all. As this guy finally died, he's not dead yet. Wow. So I guess it wasn't him that admitted defeat. Oh well, great. I wonder how many more of these Serpent Guard he'll kill then. The Serpent Guard are not terrible. Especially, you know, like this is armor upgraded Serpent Guard, I think. Yeah, I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised if they're not on a defense. So yeah, that's another one down. But he's armor piercing, so I don't know. Oh, he's pushed in deeper. He's pushed in deeper. I think he's dead because he's doing a 3v1 now instead of just like a. And oh, we'll see. We'll check back on him in a minute. Oh dear. Burning into the Royal Guard. Alien spears there. Corsair crossbows present. Enslavers coming forward. Rangers pushing out off the walls. Fireball. Oh, just narrowly getting over their heads. How are we doing here? Oh, they got him. They got him. That was funny. I liked that. When you get little moments like that, it's just cool. So no, yeah, it just shows that like these little individual positionings can be so important when you're just trying to limit how many people are actually stabbing you at once, and it kind of shows this thing of like the larger a unit is, of course, the more people that can be stabbing it, you know, horsemen and so on, and it's a much like it's something that I think is a lot more common in, of course, like the later Total War games when you know these large or like monstrous units are at least like shown better, you know, to understand how they work mechanically. You know, the thing with like trolls, they're not actually that big. They're big, but they're not that big. They're not as big as their model looks. Oh, Renadine pikes, they're good, but they're not going to beat the Guardians. They're not going to beat the Guardians. So yeah, what do we have going on here? So yeah, easy. This one, of course, we would have known generally how this battle was going a bit early on. I hope it was still very entertaining, and it was definitely very entertaining for me. And I mean, they're gonna cause a lot more bloodshed still. You have Frondrum Javs there, you know. Yeah, there's still gonna be a lot more blood spilled, especially elven blood, dear me. But yeah, we definitely would have known. A lot of players would have been able to tell quite early on that this was going to be a defensive victory. I think it was just damn good factions on the defense. I think Valkyrian and Panther, and in all honesty, like, Dale did very well. Like, I would not be surprised if he wasn't a new player. There were one or two things that I was a bit like, oh, that's a bit strange, but I could definitely see him being an experienced player. It's just I don't recognize the name. Then, yeah, like, we had good players on the attack, and you know, even like TC, again, a name I didn't really recognize. He didn't really make too many mistakes. I would always recommend, if you are a newer player, it is better to try and go on the attack than be on the defense. Being on the defense is it can be scary, and your mistakes are compounded massively. Whereas on the attack, if you make a mistake, usually you've got to make a few mistakes before you really start feeling the pain from it. So I would always recommend that. But yeah, 82, yes, so it's not bad. Like, my rule is generally 80%. If I set a rule differently than that, I wouldn't receive battles. So, you know, as I say, it's just gonna happen now and again. But this is close, you know. This, to me, this was pretty close. It was, you know, certainly not too bad at all. I think that some damn good play from the Rangers, from Panther, really did some amazing work early on. And maybe I'm gonna go on the assumption and say the attackers weren't communicating quite as well as they could have. There were times definitely when, you know, when we should have maybe seen those shadows and we weren't calling them out. You know, whenever you see a unit like that, it's a good idea. I know some players get really annoyed about their screens being covered in blooming arrows everywhere. But sometimes it's just what you've got to do. You've got to, like, pop down those arrows and say, hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. It's about to kill us. And maybe that wasn't being done. But maybe it was, but I'm feeling maybe not. And yeah, I mean, I always like to have one unit of melee cav on the attack. I mean, the bow, the Brother of the Bow and Brother of the Lance can kind of do that, but all in all, there was, you know, those two Dalian cav who I have no idea what happened to. I'm really sorry about that. If somebody can let us know, that was in the battle, that'd be great. I'll have a quick look around for corpses, but you know, that's two units of cav already, and then it was the Hishari Shadows added on to that. It's a lot of cav to keep track on without any actual dedicated melee cavalry. So I would have liked maybe seeing just one unit of wargs, Misty maybe grabbing a warg unit, just to look after himself. Could have been nice. Could have been a warg skirmisher if you're not willing to invest in an actual melee cav. Sometimes skirmisher cav, but this as well. This shocked me. I was so surprised to see those, like, so many baby dragons just die from that Hishari Shadow fire. That was wow, for sure. And that definitely would have knocked my confidence. Like, if I was playing as Misty there and that happened to me, I can definitely be affected by things like, if I do suffer some really early strike, it definitely knocks me, and I feel off my game for a little while. It takes me a while to recover. So that could have been part of it. So we'll have a quick gander round through Valkyrian's kills. Yeah, double Kindred, racking up some nice hits. Oh, these 8, oh dear me, 8 friendly fire hits out of their 35 losses, but it is what it is. Anybody else really racking up some nice kills? I mean, wow, March Wardens, but they had a lot of nice juicy targets. That's interesting to see a March Warden. Actually, that's a Woodland Protector. Wow, Woodland Protector's getting more than the Rangers. And yeah, wait, sorry, yeah, 251, and yeah, they actually got more than the Rangers as well. As so did they. Wow, okay. I guess you were always quite conservative with your Rangers, so, you know, sometimes you don't take a shot that you maybe could. and that just results in another unit taking it and racking up some damn good kills. So no, that was super duper. Thank you guys very much for all taking part in that. I think, yeah, I don't know if there's too much more to say. I'll just have a quick zoom through people. Yeah, I think Dale did pretty damn good for all that. I liked his army composition in general. No problems. I would love to know what happened with the Cav. Yeah, Chick Norris and Beastie coming in the back. What I would have maybe done is I would have maybe split Beastie's army in half, and I've had half come around with Chick Norris and half back up Lord Touch Me, or maybe even just Beastie's full army backing up Lord Touch Me. I really would, if I'm ever playing here, I will definitely recommend that 2 players attack up this area, just because I really feel it's the better one to attack. I mean, is it? You can shoot down from there. I guess that could be pretty brutal, but then you're getting shot in the back from everywhere. So, yeah, that's something about Longbottom. It's got so many good shooting areas where you can just, slam javelins or arrows into your enemy's backs. So, I think it's just something you're going to get. But that really feels like the better place to attack from for me. And I would have had 2 players coming up there instead of 2 players coming up the northern side. And it also takes a while to get to the northern side. You want to skirmish a little bit by the time you get there. If you're coming in alone, you can do that. You don't have the same resources your allies do. But the boys turned up on the north, and then they had to get involved because their friends had been fighting for so long. They had 2 armies there. They had to charge in. But yeah, tough armies to fight though. Lothlorien and Harad and Dale, very, very good defense. But yeah, TC, pretty solid. And yeah, I mean, if he is a newer player, I think he did really well. Just underestimating the range of those elven archers is possible. Is possibly sort of what caused it. And I think awesome. Yeah, some really nice pushes there, trying to sort of break through with the shield guard, but just not really supported well enough. But I mean, he knows himself. He's an experienced dude. He'll know what happened. But all in all, super duper. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you later.